Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to be taking apart a lot of the engine accessories. So we're going to be removing the belt, the catch can, strut tower brace, these little covers. I don't think we're going to be using them anymore, so they'll be floating around. Throttle body, water pump, and whatever else we decide to take apart. So I'm going to try and make these videos a little shorter, so it's not 25 minutes of taking the whole engine apart. So let's start digging into this. All right, guys, there's 2 bolts on each end of this. They're 1/2 inch, no big deal. So just back them off, and what I'm gonna do is when I take them off and when I get this bar off, I'm gonna put the nuts back on just so we don't lose them. Very simple. Get on here, break it free. All right, bolts are out, and this comes right out. Now I will say, this is a BMR strut tower brace. It is way thicker than the stock one, and I put this on before I put on the sway bars, and this thing stiffened the hell out of the front end of it. So a couple $100, definitely helped with performance. We're gonna throw this thing to the side, and it's not going back on the car for a while. Put this in the parts pile here. All right, so now we got that. I'm gonna put those nuts and washers that came off of it back on real quick, and then we're gonna jump into the throttle body. We're gonna get that taken off. All right, guys, we're on to the throttle body. So it looks like there's one there, up here, and down here. 3 10mm bolts that hold that together, and then this should pull off. Now there's a couple hoses. I don't know if I'm going to pull this one off or just cut it, because I'm going to get all new hoses. And then there's another little hose down here that goes to the intake. It's very tight in there, and it's for the coolant that runs through it. So I am going to just cut that because I plan on deleting that. Because like I showed in the last video, there's a hose that comes from here, went to the radiator, and then this hose goes to the steam pipe, or wherever they call it, but it's a coolant line. That's gone from the new intake. So this is getting cut off. This is getting garbage. And I know there's a kit that reroutes all that, so I'm gonna get that kit. And also another thing, so you got some sensors here on the throttle body. You got like a throttle positioning sensor and a couple other things. They are all on one wiring harness right here. And that goes to the coils, the fuel injectors. It goes to your mass airflow sensor. It goes to this other air intake sensor. And it goes to this AC line. So I suggest labeling those, because once this is all taken apart, it's all everywhere. It'll help out when you go to put it back together. So let's dig into this and get that throttle body off. All right, guys, disconnect the throttle cable. So this one has an actual cable on it. So to disconnect it, you'll see right there, there's a little bar that goes across that holds the cable, like right there. Yeah, so you pull the throttle back like so, take that and just wiggle it out. And now your throttle cable is disconnected. That's out of the way. Yay. Okay, so next, time to cut. So I'm gonna cut and just watch these wires here. Don't cut those. You need those. But I'm just gonna cut these because they're friggin' impossible to reach. So I'm just gonna slowly start cutting through. Now there may be coolant in here. I'm not sure. Yeah, there's a little something. Yeah, there's some coolant in there. And then this hose is just gonna come off with it, and then I might be able to pull it off. Let's see. See if I can get this off one shot. Maybe not. Probably not. Oh yeah, look at that. It's going. Alright, so I was able to pull that off. Just shoved a screwdriver under it, was able to lift it and push it. So maybe we will be able to save this and just clean it up. So yeah, that's another thing out of the way. Okay, next on these 10mm bolts, I suggest getting something small, especially right here. So just back these 3 out. Little extension on there, just break it loose. They're not on very tight. Okay, those are loosened. Now, got to remove these little plugs. You're actually going to save these parts from the old throttle body. You're going to transfer them over to the new throttle body. So just unplug these. Just lift, pull, and same thing here. Lift, pull, and your sensor wires are disconnected. Okay, so let's get in there. Okay, what are we stuck on? We're still stuck on that. And there's our throttle body. Our throttle body's off. I've never done this before. It's my first time. Sure it is. Alright guys, I went upstairs and got the new throttle body. As you could tell, there is a very large difference. So yeah, this is you, and this is the guy she told you not to worry about. 92 millimeter. The light's reflecting off there. And I believe this one's an 80 something. You know, leave a comment below, tell me the size of this thing. So yeah, anyway, these plugs on the side, you're going to transfer them over to here. So no big deal. I'm saving all these parts until the project's absolutely done. If there's any parts that have to come off, that's why I'm saving everything. And I'm going to start labeling some of these probably after this video's over, while they're still in place and I know where they are. So yeah, we got some other things out of the way. Gonna get this catch can out of the way. We're gonna remove the serpentine belt, the air conditioning belt. That's pretty easy. So we'll knock that out real quick first. All right, guys, real quick. The 3 bolts that go to this intake manifold, you're not gonna reuse them. Well, I'm not gonna reuse them. But if you plan on keeping this intake manifold for a future project, hang on to the bolts, hang on to the throttle body, because I may use some of these parts over again, like the heads and the intake, maybe even the cam. Like, who knows? Like, you know, when the heads come out, I want to send them out, get them decked, get them polished, get them, you know, all that stuff, so that I can use them for potentially a future project. So hang on to these parts. If you have a garage, a bin that you can keep them in, I suggest doing that. Let's get this belt off. We'll get this catch can off and get that shit out of the way, so we can make more room. Okay, so this tensioner is a 15 millimeter socket. You put that on, and you're going to pull it towards the middle of the engine to break it loose. And we're just, oh, why are you not cooperating? There we go. Alright, so that's off. Take that off. Now we get the serpentine belt out of the way. Serpentine belt liberated, yay. So we're going to throw this out because I got a new one. If you're just changing the belt on this thing, get a piece of cardboard, draw circles where all the pulleys are, and run the belt the same way through. Take pictures, do what you got to do. Now in my case, this isn't going back together anytime soon, so I just took a picture of it. I have it on my phone. Hopefully the phone doesn't meet the demise my last one did by falling in a pool. Let's get the bottom one off, which should be the same. Okay, so this bar down here is also 15 millimeter. Now you're just gonna, oops, which way am I going here? Oop, wrong way. Man, that thing's loose. I don't think this thing's ever been changed out. So yeah, do the same thing. So you're gonna bend it down, slide it out hopefully. There we go. And that actually tightens up pretty good, so we'll get it off there and here. There we go, it's off. Yeah, I don't think that pulley's ever been changed out. This one definitely hasn't. This one has up top. I definitely changed that one. So, yeah, this thing's a little flimsy. I don't even think this belt's been changed. Jesus. Okay, so if you have a stock GTO, your intake manifold will look different. Obviously, I put the catch can on. So basically what happened was there was just a little hose that just looped, I believe, if I remember correctly. So I cut that out, took it off, and I put these bigger hoses on, go into the catch can. So this is a step that you probably don't have to do. You can just take these little hoses off with the intake manifold. And yeah, so I'm just gonna get this out of the way real quick. It's really no point in showing that. It's just basically disconnecting these hoses. And I have a bolt there that is just holding on the bracket with a ground. So try and keep track of that ground too, I guess. Alright guys, catch cans out of the way. We got plenty of room now. Now we got to do a couple things here. We got to remove the heater core lines. There's these two little clips, which I freaking hate these things. Now, there's a T in this one, which goes all the way down and around and back up to right here to the can. So we got to disconnect those. So disconnect them, and then there's two little tabs here that hold the wire loom in place, and there's one down here you can't see, and then it plugs into the air conditioning clutch. Gotta disconnect those. There's probably water in there, so I would put a bucket under there and then disconnect that line. I would disconnect these first before I do that. Our ground is off right here. I put the bolt back just to keep it. There's another bolt right there. You could actually probably just take that off to save yourself some time. So let's get these two hoses disconnected, and we'll move on to the next project. Alright guys, got the heater core lines taken off. I got the AC cable disconnected. Now there were 2 points, as you can see by these tabs here. These were holding the wire loom and the wire on. And one was right here on the air conditioning. That was a 15 millimeter, and then there's another one right here on the head. That was a 13 millimeter. So that saved you from trying to destroy a clip or one of these little clips that are on here. So you could save it. This wire loom is cooked to shit, so I'm gonna have to replace that, which is no big deal. So you got your ground, your 2 clip points, and then the air conditioning. And that goes up to, ties into the fuel injectors. So like I said, make sure you label them. It should be self-explanatory where they go. I mean, obviously, like this one is not going to reach that one, and vice versa. That one's not going to reach the first one. All right, next let's tackle this water pump. We'll get the water pump off and probably call it a video after that. All right, guys, we're gonna take off this water pump. This guy, and it looks like it's just 6 bolts. You got 3 there and 3 there. I don't see anything else from the top. So yeah, just these 6 bolts gotta get taken off. They're 10 millimeters. And let's knock this out and get this off. Oopsies. Another thing, guys, put a pan underneath. There's water coming out of here. Alright guys, real quick. This pulley is in the way of getting this. That's annoying. This pulley's in the way of getting this bolt out, and I'm leaving one in because this thing's being very loose and it may come down, even though it's not going to go very far. Actually, you know what? Screw it. I'm taking it out. But I'm going to leave that one in for now. 15 millimeter socket, I'll take that off. Just so you can see the contents of this pulley, you have the pulley itself. This is a little backing plate that sits right on the back. Then you have the bolt and this washer, so don't lose them. We plan on reusing this. Alright, let's see if we can just pull this out. Oh, there we go. Oh, jeez. Alright guys, got the water pump removed. We have access to the front of the engine now, but we're not going to deal with that right now. That's going to be a little later down the road when I get the engine out. Here's our water pump, which was working perfectly fine. Now if you're changing a water pump, you're going to need this tensioner pulley off. But I am changing this whole setup, so I'm going to be getting a new tensioner pulley. I'm going to be getting new idler pulleys, new water pump. So everything's going to be new here. Put this pulley back so I know where it is. I don't have to friggin' dig around and find it because I did not get Ziploc bags yet. So it's just hand tight. Alright guys, that's going to do it for this video. I would go further into it, but I don't have Ziploc bags yet. I've been slacking. In the next video, we're going to be dealing with the coils. We're going to get all the coil brackets off. We're going to get the fuel injectors off. We're going to get all the wiring disconnected, the intake manifold off. Remove this guy because I got a new one. I showed you in a previous video. Oh, we got stuff to... Yeah, that's probably going to be gone. But anywho. So yeah, we're just going to keep taking stuff off this engine. Probably remove that tank. Get the cold air intake system, the rest of it out of the way. Because we need that ECM right there. So I can bring it to a shop and get it tuned roughly so I can get it to the shop and have it dynoed. And also I want to label all these wiring harnesses. Even though there's not too many, there's not as many wires as I thought there would be running amok through this engine bay. It seems like you just disconnect everything, you just flop it out of the way. Same thing on this side, flop it out of the way. So yeah, other than that, I think we're doing pretty good here. So yeah, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.